Welcome back to Alisa. Today we make a chemical bomb. I didn't even know this guy was here. So we've got to make our way back to... Or we have to find one last chemical. And the best guess that I have for where it is that there was a location in here somewhere. Oh, what the heck. Where'd all these dudes come from? I'm hurting a little now. Hopefully not too bad. Nope, not in there. Not in there either. Where is this? Ah, heck. I was not expecting so many enemies down here. Like, I've run through these areas a couple times, and I've not seen enemies respawn. And that is another enemy down there. Is that a dude or a lady? That's a dude. Can I lure you out here, where I don't have to worry about camera angles and can see what I'm doing? These guys wouldn't be so bad, but man, they got a lot of health. I lost count. I was trying to count how many times I hit him. It was probably 15 or 20. Okay, we good now? I don't think it's this room. I think it's this one? No, that's the room that I thought this other room was. Which means this room is probably the one that I'm trying to think of. Yeah! So this chemical was in Edmiston's care, and you needed his permission to get it. Edmiston, of course, was the boss of this area, and this is a laboratory where a scientist was probably working on things. So, look around. I think that was probably it. Chemical A and C. I think that's what we're missing. So with chemicals A and C, now we just need to return to... Is there really no other way in or out of this area? I could have sworn there was, but I guess that explains why I haven't been back here very often. I could have sworn there was another way. Anyway. So back here, we have those. Do I use them for my inventory? I got a bomb! And having a bomb means now I go save. Save, heal, everything you need. Alright, so I've geared up, bought ammo. I changed back to military uniform, because even though it has less defense, it does give faster reload. And if I'm going to be under pressure reloading, then I'm gonna go with that. Also changed to the shotgun and the machine gun. Plenty of ammo for both. I have 5 health packs, so I don't think I need to buy more health packs. There's 7 in the store, though. I have 58 money left, and there is no reason for me not to spend it. So on one hand, I'm debating buying this Longbird rifle, but I don't feel like that's something I want to heck with right now. So I'm just going to buy this hazard dress.
Thank you.
Then I can show it off. You can't have more than 6. Like, there's that many, and same thing with weapons. You can gain more weapons than are listed there. Once you do, the last entry turns into an arrow to go to another page. Kind of an interesting outfit. So that eyeball isn't actually even connected to me. It's just floating there. Anyway, I'm going to change back to this. I'm going to save, and then we're going to go blow up the Finger of God.
Thank you.
And I think the elevator should be here, because I keep going into it from above and finding that it's gone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Paul?
The Doll Master. Oh, jeez. I think what's spooky about this guy is that he has been there the entire time. Can I, like, gain just a little bit of distance? I didn't finish reloading. I'm also low on health. I mean, I unloaded an entire clip into him, so that's a plus. But I need to reload. Can I please move? I'd really love to. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, I am hurting. Is that enough time to reload? It was! What is that on the ground? Oh, it's ammo. Yeah. Oh crap, I'm out of ammo. Let's go grab some of that ammo then. No, that didn't hit me somehow. I should have bought more ammo. I was trying to move. Leave me alone, dude. Dang it. That's it for me, probably. Ah, the little thing on the ground! It can't kill. Or, like, it's so fast, I can't get the distance to be able to turn around and, like, heckin' just take it out. Die! Yeah, dang it. Okay, I killed one. Ah, out of ammo again. Can I have that? Thank you. Okay, so the lesson learned here is buy considerably more ammo. I'm still out of ammo again. Dang it. Got him! Oh dear. Oh dear.
Can you resist the power?
And there we have it. I believe Alisa is Casper's significant other? But otherwise, yeah, a game effectively by one guy. Did have a Kickstarter, though, or something of the sort, which I don't remember hearing anything about. But I guess I don't really hear as much about Kickstarters and stuff anymore. Not nearly as much as I used to. But that is Alisa. Now, having played through the game once does not actually give you everything that there is to get out of this game. There is a New Game Plus. There are alternate endings. There are additional items and equipment that you can get. I think the weapons and armor that you collect carry over to the next playthrough, as well as any mods that you get. So I did make it a point of not getting any mods in this playthrough, because that leads to this ending. If you want the other endings, get mods. To my knowledge, there are 4 endings, and at least one of them absolutely requires more than one playthrough. I also think some of the weapons and armor and such also requires more than one playthrough. That will be something I'm going to take care of on my own time, since the majority of the in-between game is going to be the same. So I will be playing through the game several times in order to showcase everything. But I'm not going to be making videos of the entire game multiple times over. So, given that, there's probably going to be another small handful of videos of this series left. But this ends our proper playthrough. Of all the endings, we haven't actually seen this one yet. It comes after the end credits. Of all the endings, I suppose you could call this one the good ending. Though that's kind of up to interpretation. The other endings also are up to interpretation as to whether or not they are the good ending. But as objectively as you can get, I suppose you would call this the good ending. So with that said, I'll hold off on my final thoughts for now. Though I do think this has been an absolutely amazing experience. At no point did I feel like super overwhelmed by how difficult it was, though. Knowing that you had limited supplies and even saving was a cost. I was kind of afraid, I suppose, that this was going to be very shockingly difficult for me. But it ended up not being. I mean, I won't say it was easy, but I had a good time with it. I also am kind of glad that Mother left me alone eventually, because I feel like as a mechanic, it got to the point of enter the room, is Mother coming at me? Leave the room, re-enter the room. It was an interesting mechanic for a little while, but it did, like at first, but it did get a little bit old. And it was right around the that time is when I was like, oh, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Nice.
I didn't swallow my cure-dent.
So there was an amount of information that we got over the course of the game telling you what happened, but it was never really spelled out to you. So I haven't actually looked into what the community has figured out, so this is just my own kind of interpretation. But as far as I can tell, the blueprints that you've been chasing after were the blueprints of the pinwheel. The pinwheel was an invention by Dr. Edmiston, and is what turns people or organic matter into dolls. That explains why even the garden was metal. Any organic matter. Which, I suppose the dolls can be made from pinwheels, but that also implies that the dolls could have potentially been people who were turned into dolls. So, of course, that's what Edmiston did. But that wasn't the end-all, be-all. Like, what is the pinwheel, then? And we even saw that Edmiston had become a doll. He was pulled away by puppet strings at the end of his fight. So he fell to it as well. So, who was the puppeteer? Well, the doll maker. The finger of God would have been the puppeteer. So, I'm guessing then that would mean Edmiston found a way to harness the finger of God's power in order to make the pinwheels. And then he himself eventually fell to them, the finger of God being more than he alone could handle. There were other doctors, other researchers that seemed to think Edmiston was starting to go off the deep end. Not really sure what happened to them or what the deal was with that. We also saw that the Finger of God came from somewhere. It was perhaps donated to this science institute. Though where it came from, I have no idea. Then there's the doll maker. Who's the doll maker? Though it adds a whole new level of creep, knowing that the final boss, the doll maker, the one putting you through all of this, was behind the walls, inches from you, the entire time. Sometimes even conversing with you. As long as you played along. But who was he? I don't know. May have been, because he didn't seem like a doll, but he clearly had power over the pinwheel. Perhaps it was someone who was taken over more directly by the finger of God. Like, I don't know. I don't. But the implication in the end there is the truth about the blueprints is that the blueprints were the blueprints to the pinwheel. Which means that Alisa's emperor... Was it emperor? Let's just say emperor, until I remember. Had been, or the government, had been attempting to gain control of the pinwheel. Why? Well, that can't have been for good purposes. So, of course, keeping the blueprints away from the government probably would have been a good deal. But then also, the guy who took the blueprints just ran right to the dollhouse. And he was then helped out by the dollhouse. Even put into position of the master of the dollhouse. Which would then... I suppose that would mean maybe the blueprints were taken from the dollhouse. And the dollhouse wanted them back. But then once you got there, he said that the blueprints to the pinwheel were long gone. But what did he mean by that? Long gone may not have meant away from the dollhouse, which then would have implied that either he's working with another government agency that managed to get a hold of them, or there is more than one dollhouse, and they got sent to another one, or they could have been hauled away somewhere far off in the same dollhouse into some unreachable location. So, what he said could have meant a lot of things. But I think it goes to reason that the dollhouse wanted control of the blueprints and control of the pinwheel back. This is, I say, the good ending, but this also leads you to a position where Alisa may be back amongst the land of the living, but also her own government may be plotting something nasty, and she may get stuck in the middle of the whole mess. There's also the bad dream she had where the blueprint was, or not the blue meanie there was whispering in her ear. And what could that have meant? Perhaps he was part of the whole ploy to lead her into the dollhouse. Perhaps there was more desire to deal with her specifically. Who knows? The community may have figured out more than I do. I don't know. This is my own speculation. But with that, I will say, until next time, everyone, where we dive back in and see what we can find.